Welcome back to Teshkid Effects for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Lunc, whose current price stands at the $0.0003099 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 1.26%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out the key chart patterns that you have information here on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Lunc chart. From these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which was obeying these Elliot wave structures, having a wave 5 taking us back to around the $0.00059 mark. And after making that high for that fifth wave to the upper side, we can now name this Elliot wave structure to the upper side as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And according to the Elliot waves guidelines, after making a higher Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expect on this other side is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, which is a corrective wave, and that is what has been playing out here on the Lunc chart, making our low for that second wave at around the $0.00018 mark. And after making the low for that second wave, whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, which I believe is what is playing out here on the Lunc chart. And because a wave 3 is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation here on the third wave to the upper side, and I believe that is what is playing out, and that is what I want to base my analysis here on the Lunc chart. And getting into the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3 that we can see over here, which I have said is an impulsive wave, and we also expect to see fractal waves in formation, I believe whatever we are seeing over here in this movement to the upper side is an Elliot wave structure, having this as the first wave to the upper side. Then we saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. Then I'm expecting a bit of a pump to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3, a wave 4, then a wave 5 to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within this higher Elliot wave count 3. That is what I'm expecting to play out here on the Lunc chart. And today we have managed to break above a key area of resistance at around the $0.00029 mark. And before we saw that breakout, we had been trading within this channel, which is right here, which Lunc has been respecting so much, and we saw a breakout to the upper side of the channel, managed to break above that key area of resistance also to the upper side. And getting into the details of the formation of this second wave that we are seeing over here, we can use the Fibonacci's to get a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2, and also get to see whether that wave 2 is a valid wave 2. And I just need to connect the Fibonacci's from the low of the wave 1 down there to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area in the formation of a wave 2 between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And then removing the Fibonacci's, you can see that Lunc retraced into that target area, and after making our low at around the $0.00028 mark, which is just below that key area of resistance, we are seeing a bit of a bounce to the upper side in what might be the formation of that third wave to the upper side. And assuming the low is in at that point that we have down here, we can sketch out a target area in the formation of that third wave to the upper side using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the Fibonacci's, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that third wave to the upper side at the Fib level 1.618, and that lies at around the $0.00059 mark. So there is a possibility, once we manage to break above this other key area of resistance that we have at around the $0.0003362 mark, we might be able to continue pushing higher, also manage to break above other areas of resistances in between here before we fully maximize the target area in the formation of that third wave to the upper side, then expect a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1. So that is what I'm expecting to play out here on the Lunc chart. And there is also a possibility that maybe we might see a bit of a bounce over here, then the low might not be in because we did not fully maximize this target area that I have drawn out here on the charts using the Fibonacci's. That is the minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. So there is a possibility that in case we lose that key area of support once more at around the $0.00029 mark, there's a possibility we might make our low and a new low for that second wave within this target area that I have drawn out here on the charts. And the lower side of this target area lies between the $0.0002925 mark. So there is a possibility that in case we see a bit of a volatility that might impact this chart to the lower side, we might make our low at around the $0.00029 mark before we see a bounce to the upper side in the formation of that third wave to the upper side. And because I also have the low for that first wave over here, and also the low for that second wave, and the high for that higher Elliott wave count 1, we can sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliott wave count 3. And I just need to use the Fibonacci's, connecting the low of the wave 1 down there to the high of that wave 1, then drag the fibs to the low of the wave 2, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3. And that target area lies at the fib level 1.618, and that could take us back to around the $0.001 mark using the trend based Fibonacci, and that would mean Lunc might lose 1-0 in that movement to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 1. So let's be patient and see how that plays out in this movement that we have right here, and also continue watching that key area of support at around the $0.00029 mark, and I'll keep you updated.